All right, we're officially live. We're not going to do any freaking special flair or anything like that. I didn't really do anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the One Jets Pod podcast. I'm joined with JD here on the show. Schedule release, as you see on the screen, we're going to start off with the preseason games that Roger Goodell wants to get rid of. Don't we typically play Washington in the preseason?
I feel like we always play AFC East. I don't know if it's always Washington. Definitely the Giants and Eagles the last few years.
Yeah. Okay. Carolina seemed kind of new in the preseason schedule there.
I feel like
wait, did we play them last year? Yeah, I was
we
saying we played them last year. Never mind. And of course, there's the annual Snoop Bowl. Week 1. Now, this was leaked a couple of days ago or yesterday, so it's no big surprise. But I got to get your thoughts on this one, man. How do you feel opening up on the road? I believe it's Monday night. 49ers, dude. Well, Super Bowl contenders.
I'm happy because I don't end up missing it because this year's church schedule is a little crazy for me. So I'm honestly excited to it's a Super Bowl contender, one of the Super Bowl teams from last year. So honestly, let's show what we're made of that first week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that'll set an amazing tone, I think.
I'm with you on that one. I don't mind. I don't mind opening up with San Francisco. Like I said, it's one of the top tier teams. We'll be able to get to see just exactly where we fit in the picture, as far as contenders go, and just see, if we can hang with a team like the 49ers.
For sure.
We're talking about how, the Jets on paper got the best roster in the NFL. Well, goddamn, right off the bat, we get to prove it.
I agree. I mean, and I expect us to do well that game. I'm not going to lie. I'm expecting a dub. I am expecting a W. I mean, we aren't the same old Jets in terms of roster construction.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot to offer both now on offense and on defense. And I just think defensively, we're going to give San Francisco fits. I mean,
I think so.
I mean, Kansas City didn't have really that great of a defense last year, and we're able to hold them, hold Brock Purdy down, hold them down. So I'm pretty.
And we also didn't have Hassan Reddick.
That's right.
Rushing the quarterback for us last year, neither.
No, we did not.
Brock Purdy. I'm sure Brock Purdy kind of remembers him.
I think that matters. I mean, we have arguably the best defensive line in the game.
Yep.
I can't see how anyone can argue with the pieces we have on the line. Obviously, you know how we feel. I definitely think we have the best secondary in the game in terms of the three corners.
For
getting
sure.
Clark back, things like that. So, I mean, I really do. I expect a lot from our group, from our defense, and I don't think, not that they're incapable of handling it. I don't expect San Francisco to really handle it all that much.
Absolutely. No, I'm with you. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're just joining us, welcome to the schedule release show here, the reaction show here on the One Jets pod. Make sure to like and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to leave some comments and interact with us on here, feel free. I will put the comments on screen. We will interact with you. Again, back to the schedule now. Again, week 1, 49ers in Santa Clara. Then got to hop back on the plane. Back on the road, Tennessee. This is a Sunday afternoon game for the people back east. This will be a 10 a.m. game for my ass. I love those games. I love morning games, dude. I really do. I love 10 a.m. games.
I call it dub. This is a dub. Tennessee Titans are kind of in a rebuilding mode. If we fancy ourselves, even if we lose to San Francisco, if we fancy ourselves contenders, if we fancy ourselves a top 10 team in the league, we better beat them. That's what I'm going to say. We better.
Now, like Raven always says, my emotional sport water bottle here. This is kind of where this is going to have to come in handy right here, because back-to-back on the road, a team like, I know they're rebuilding, but a team like Tennessee in week 2, after possibly coming off a big time emotional win against the San Francisco 49ers, this got let down written all over it. I don't give a fuck who the fuck's on the team. I think once in a while the Jets are still going to jet. And this seems like one of those weeks, bro, where the Jets just might jet on us.
I know. Unfortunately, I hear exactly what you're saying. Definitely feels like a trap game, but we can't.
Too early for a trap game too, but fuck, it feels like it.
If we want to go where we want to go, if the team has the ability to go where we think it can, they have to win this game.
No, you're absolutely right.
I expect the Jets to jet, but I would expect it more in the middle of the season, giving us like a heart attack and questioning whether or not we're actually going to make it or not, more than I would expect them to give up this game, especially because there's nothing. Who do they have? Honestly, who do they have? They don't have anybody. They generally don't have anybody.
I've seen nobody's pull up an upset before. But the only reason I really say this, as far as being, a letdown game, is because we're going to move on. Week 3 it's on a short week, Thursday night, against a division rival in the New England Patriots. And the Jets have been known to somewhat overlook opponents on a certain week and start, looking forward to those division opponents on a short week. I mean, we've done it in the past, and I wouldn't be surprised if Saleh and company do it here. That's what scares me, man.
I mean, I totally respect that sentiment, and there's really nothing that Saleh or the Jets in recent years have done to really make us see or think otherwise. But I'm going with another dub. I really think we're gonna. The first 3 games, definitely. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but definitely 3-0 right now.
All right, so you're 3-0. I'll be real with you. If healthy, I can see us being 5-0, 4-1. After the first 6 weeks, excuse me. But you know what? Before we move on to when you really look at these first 3 weeks, 2 on the road, then a short week at New England, like, fans aren't really going to get any opportunity to tailgate until fucking week 4 against the Denver Broncos and Zach Wilson, baby.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that game. I can't wait.
Zach Wilson coming to MetLife, baby. So we get back-to-back home games after starting back-to-back on the road, so that's cool. And they're both. And it's another 1:00 game.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting my webcam here. But I mean, I think Zach's gonna be sitting on the damn bench. I don't think he's going to even be given the keys. I think
who's the other quarterbacks there?
Who do they just draft? Can't even think of it right now.
Did they?
Terrible of me because I'm a nerd and I usually know it.
Did they get Penix Jr.? Or no,
no, they didn't get Penix Jr. They got somebody.
Bo Nix.
Oh, they got Bo Nix. So
Bo Nix.
It's either going to be Bo Nix or Jarrett Stidham.
You think so?
I don't think. I think Zach's there because of his raw talent.
What you're telling me is that the quarterback guru and Sean Payton can't fix Zach Wilson.
I don't think so. I'm not going to even go that far. Zach Wilson has always, in my mind, been the prototypical physical specimen for a quarterback. His problem has been between the ears.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't know
I'm
if
not going to come here and write him off completely, but you just invested a first-round pick in Bo Nix. Jarrett Stidham was supposedly projected to be a starter. You liked him more than you liked freaking Russell Wilson. You felt comfortable enough to get rid of Russell Wilson without Zach Wilson or without Bo Nix on your team for Jarrett Stidham. I know Broncos fans like Mr. Perna from That's Good Sports definitely don't see him as being anything special, but I expect it to be one of those 2 guys, Bo Nix or Jarrett Stidham. I don't expect it to be Zach Wilson. And if it is Zach Wilson could be 3-0 at that point. He's going to crumble against the Jets defense.
Oh, dude, we're going to kill him.
Yeah.
Now, while we're on the Broncos, since Nathaniel Hackett was their head coach last year, did you see Vinny and his post earlier with Nathaniel Hackett? Dude, I thought it was real. At first, I looked at the picture and I was like, it looks a little off. But I was like, is this real? Because he had posted that the Jets had parted ways with Nathaniel Hackett, and it was fake. So
I mean,
you asshole, Vinny.
I mean, they definitely wanted to. If Connor Hughes is to be believed, and I don't believe him, but if he
Why
is to be
didn't they?
believed,
What stopped them?
Rogers. I mean, I think the reason Hackett is definitely a player's coach. The players love him. He gets along well with the players. He's a good teacher. Like I've experiencing this too as coaching Pop Warner and like the bigger teams here in New York, where we have like multiple coaches. We have a line coach, or we have 2 coaches to run the defense, and maybe 3 coaches to run the offense, then a head coach. You know,
Yeah.
High and even higher level. So he's definitely a good teacher. I think he's a bad X's and O's coach. Like if as a play caller, as a game manager, as even a CEO, like a head coach just should relatively be, he's not good at it. But that doesn't make him a bad coach per se. You get what I'm saying?
That's
So
fair.
I think the players do love him. I think Rodgers loves the shit out of him, loves how he loves the offense he brings to the table. His system. I do think there's something to his system.
It's kind of sad when the quarterback understands the system better than the freaking coach.
Yeah. But I think see with Hackett, and this might be my delusion, but honestly with Hackett, I don't get that he doesn't know the system. I get that he can't adjust his system on the fly.
No, you're right.
what I
That's
mean?
the big thing. Adjustments. He does not know how to do it.
He should never call plays. Like teach your system, teach the fundamentals of your system, what you want, what you're expecting. Do all that stuff. And I feel like he has to be good at it. He's had decent offenses when he's been in that role.
Which is what the Jets had to have known. I mean,
but Rodgers was supposed to call his own plays. Even in Hard Knocks, he's changed.
and
plays.
he will. Oh, he will.
You know?
Now you got this as a W, right?
I have that as a W too. Yeah.
So 4-0. You got us at 4-0, dude. If you know teams that start 4-0. Actually, I don't know the percentage. I'd be making it up, but it's got to be pretty fucking good.
Plus 50%.
Woo!
Have a winning season. I wouldn't say make the playoffs, but definitely.
All right. Now after Denver, we're on the road. We're heading overseas, over to London, baby. I don't have a London accent. I don't even know how the fuck they talk.
With Cockney, and I can do some British accents, but but I can't do a Cockney accent. But that's a dub. It's an absolute dub.
Really?
The amount there's such a strong Jets presence in London that I expect it to be filled with more green than just generic NFL team colors.
Okay.
So I do expect a decent home crowd there. I mean, even on X right now, you're seeing active fans talking about maybe trying to make a trip out to London, and I believe them. So
that's cool.
So I expect a dub. It's against Sam Darnold. Are you kidding me? I miss Sam. Yeah. I didn't want us to get rid of Sam for Zach. But it's against Sam Darnold. What has Sam Darnold done in this league? What has Sam Darnold done ever?
More than Zach Wilson.
More than Zach Wilson. But I mean, if you just look at his tenure, he can't handle pressure. He has.
Now this is a 9:30 a.m. game. You know what time that starts on my side?
6:30.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh man, you gotta. It's woo.
That's not even bacon and eggs time yet. That's coffee time for sure.
That's coffee time. That's work coffee time. That's
shit. That's like 3 cups in time right there. Yeah. All right, so all right, so
I got that 5-0.
I got Frisco as a toss up. I think just for shits and giggles, I'll say loss at Frisco, win at Titans. We're smashing the fucking Patriots, killing the Broncos, and I think we'll beat the Vikings. So I got us 4-1.
4-1?
Yeah, 4-1.
Respectable.
And then going back home on Monday night against the Buffalo Bills. Back to the crime of the scene, baby. Or back to the scene of the crime.
Well, it's a home game, yeah. Back to where we lost. I mean, I pray we have grass by then, but I doubt it.
Shit. Week 6?
God, I hope we have grass.
You didn't have to have grass now.
Isn't that when like the World Cup teams are supposed to start like inspecting and checking out the prospective home stadiums? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to have grass by then. I could
Hopefully,
be just
that'd be great.
Totally misunderstanding.
If that's the case, then that'd be fucking great. But man, I mean, that game's a little bit sour grapes from, like I said, being a home game, being a fucking Monday night again, and against the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, back to the scene of the crime. Like, ugh. And like I said on X, I never thought I'd ever in my life, or at least in a very long time, thought I'd hate the Buffalo Bills and their fans. But like I said, here the fuck
as much
we
as
are.
I do now. Yeah.
Oh, fuck them, dude.
Really
Fuck
agree.
them. And then you see old Deion Dawkins talking shit again. I know he was baited.
He wants to be relevant so bad.
Oh, dude, I can't.
He wants
now,
to
you
be
know
a
what?
Jet.
I'm fucking fired up. I can't wait for Buffalo. Woo!
Yeah, he wants to be a Jet so bad. That's what it boils down to. He wants to be as relevant as Sauce Gardner and all the other Jets.
5-1, baby. Eat some dick, Buffalo. We ain't losing the Buffalo. We're sweeping Buffalo. I'm calling it right now. Fuck Josh Allen.
I'm
Best
not
in
gonna
the
lie
league.
though,
Look
for
at
that one's a toss up for me.
Man,
That
we're
one's a
sweeping them.
toss-up.
Fuck them. Fuck them. They lost too many damn people
They did.
of
They did,
relevancy
but
too.
This is where I feel like the Jets will be the Jets. I mean, this is an emotional game. Dawkins talking all that shit. You know what I mean? Michael Clemens, I can see Michael Clemens a couple of penalties because he's chomping at the bit to smack dude in the face,
Don't say that right.
I expect
here.
Michael Clemens to be, ejected from this game. I'd be very happy as well.
Dominic, week 1, let's get it. Monday Night Football, 49ers, bang, bang, Niner gang. Well, let me tell you what, Dom. We're going to take that chain from your Niner gang, wrap it around your neck, and watch you hang. Woo!
That's some bars right there, yo. That was some bars. I'm impressed.
Woo! Oh, man. Love you, Dom. All right, so after playing Buffalo on Monday night, we're heading back to prime time the very next week. We're going on the road to Pittsburgh, a place we don't play typically well. Sunday Night Football, Pittsburgh Steelers. I see a loss here.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
This is that upset game. This is if we're gonna have one in the middle of the year. This is where I see it happening. Right.
And I get it so much. I get it, but
Because you know how we play there, man.
I know, and I hear you. Our history is terrible there, but I mean, they've also had Ben Roethlisberger. They've had that defense of Troy Polamalu and Ryan Clark, and
there was a lot of years they didn't have Ben Roethlisberger, and they still whooped our ass. Remember, we didn't win there for the first time until 2010.
True, but we were also like Coat Titian during that time. You know what I mean? What do we have? Boomer Esiason and a dying arm. I mean, we really didn't have anything at the time either. But no, I don't. Russell Wilson. I expect him to have a much better season.
Mike Tomlin is your head coach, absolutely.
But it's also Russell Wilson. It's also tail end Russell Wilson. He hasn't shown that he's still got what he had before. He's too much about the celebrity. His mind's not in it anymore. Like all the shit that they talk about with Aaron Rodgers is true for Russell Wilson. His mind's not in it. He's a prickly guy. He's a pain in the ass to deal with. Teammates don't really get along with him. You know what I mean? He thinks he's better than everyone because he's freaking,
dangerous.
The freaking danger. No. I was gonna say, the stepdad to Future's kids. You know what I mean? He's with Ciara. Like, if anyone's meets the criteria of what Cowherd loves to talk shit about the way Cowherd likes to talk shit about Rodgers, it's Russell Wilson.
So you got a dub here. So you got us at 6-1.
6-1 right now. That's how I have it.
I got us 5-2.
Still respectable.
Yeah, hell yeah, 5-2.
Probably one of the best starts we've had since 2015.
Oh yeah. Now let's go ahead and advance to 6-3 Sunday afternoon on the East Coast, Sunday morning here on the West in Foxborough. Will Drake May still even be the fucking quarterback by this time? I don't know, but this is a dub. We're gonna smack him around at home. New England's gonna suck for a while, guys. This is gonna be great.
But I actually believe in Drake May. I would have during draft time. I was thinking he was the second best quarterback. And
I was saying he's the third.
An unpopular opinion.
I just don't trust him. I just don't trust him in New England. I thought they would go Jaden Daniels.
They don't have anything. They don't have anything for him to really, be effective. So I completely agree with you there.
That's why I always say build first, then go get the quarterback.
I mean, I don't know if he was a can't miss prospect,
do
but
it.
he was definitely the best
Yeah,
prospect
right.
they were going to see in a while.
He started 26 fucking games in college. Can't miss? Can't miss what? Try a third season, pal.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying he was can't miss, but he's definitely someone, probably the best prospect they were going to see for a while. You know, honestly, I think they should have stuck with Mac Jones. I don't think Jonesy Boy was that bad. I think his connection with good old boy, Mr. Belichick,
Yeah.
was really
No,
the
I think
problem.
Drake should be at least redshirted.
I don't think they're even gonna. I don't think they're gonna redshirt him.
No, I don't think so either. I think they should. That's why I agree with you. They should probably kept Mac Jones or gone after somebody like a veteran starter or something. Wait, did they? I could have swore they did go after a veteran starter. Or am I tripping?
Yeah, they brought back Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, there you go. So I bet you he's the starter fucking that first game. And he'll probably be the starter here too. So we may not even get to see Drake May.
You know,
That'd be kind of stupid to start.
I didn't think about that at all. I mean, a part of me feels like they're
I'm
gonna
glad
rush
you just
him,
told
man.
me that because I forgot about Jacoby being there.
I mean, Jacoby, but also, what has Jacoby really
It
done?
doesn't scare me, but it changed.
No.
I mean, it changed the fact that Drake May's not playing now. We're still winning both those fucking games. I mean,
Yeah, I
Jacoby
agree.
Brissett
I
don't
think
scare
this is.
me.
I think this is going to be the first time in however many years we're going to sweep them. Sorry, Pats fans, but you know, your dynasty's.
Dude,
been dead
we
for a
haven't
few
swept the fucking Patriot. I've been a fan for 27 years.
I don't think we've ever.
I don't recall ever sweeping
I
those
don't think we've ever
motherfuckers.
swept them. Yeah,
Oh man!
Probably we'd
Well,
have to go back to AFL days when they were literally the shittiest Boston Patriots team ever.
Just right after the post-merger. Shit. So there we go. So 6-2, 7 or wait.
I got a 6-1.
Oh, 6-1 because that puts me at
6, 7, 8. Oh no, 7-1.
7-1 and 6-2.
Yeah.
Then we got the Houston Texans. We smacked these bastards
Smack
around
them
last year, man.
Smack
You think
them
we're gonna
again.
smack them around again? You don't
Hell
think
yeah.
CJ's gonna get a little better the second year?
Oh no.
Now,
CJ
you think CJ has a sophomore slump?
No, I think CJ Stroud is him. I think he's elite. I think he's gonna be.
Agree.
He's. I wanted him. I wanted us to suck to get him, but we didn't. You know, especially once Mike White went down, I was like, come on, you gotta do whatever you can to go up and get CJ. But
Dude, I could imagine fucking having CJ
especially when the
Stroud,
Panthers
man.
did not take him first overall. Like that entire Panthers organization needs to be blown up. They need to sell the team. They need how do you
Apparently
not
Frank Reich wanted him, but the fucking
Yeah.
owner's the one that intervenes and nah, I want this guy. Like, you dipshit.
and why?
And he gets fired over that stupid decision.
I mean, because I knew Josh McCown wanted CJ. Like, there's no way Josh McCown.
How could you not want CJ Stroud over fucking Bryce Young, dude? Come
Oh
on.
my god! I think Bryce Young's gonna be a Zach Wilson level bust, but I'm calling it right now, everybody. Zach Wilson level bust. Zach
Damn,
Wilson.
ouch. Show the kid a little bit of fucking.
No,
mercy,
there's no love
damn.
to show. He sucks. He legit all the shit that we've talked about Zach Wilson over the years absolutely applies to Bryce Young.
Now, speaking of sucks, finally, I get to enjoy a morning here at week 10. I don't have to watch any football till 1:25. I typically don't watch all the other games too often. I typically just watch the Jets game, but I'll probably be sleeping in this day. 4:25 Eastern. It'll be 1:25 West Coast. Arizona Cardinals, a team that I originally was rumored to be our second road game of the season. They're down here at week 10, dude. We're at November 10th. That's my mom's birthday, actually. Definitely a dub. Come on, dude. Kyler Murray, whatever his name is.
Kyler, that's a trap game for me. I don't know.
Woo!
I don't know.
Just as I was getting about the fart sound, you tell me trap game.
Trap game.
Really?
Really, I am not. I don't know how to feel about this game at all.
It's like my buddy Todd always says, fuck the Cardinals. They always suck.
I mean, Kyler Murray is not. I would take Kyler Murray in a heartbeat. Not over Aaron, but
over how many other
everybody
quarterbacks?
30 other quarterbacks. Actually, no, sorry. 20. Let's go 28 other quarterbacks.
Over Patrick Mahomes?
I would take Patrick Mahomes for sure. I would take Aaron, Patrick. I would take CJ, and it's kind of a toss-up, honestly, between Goff or Stafford right now. But I would definitely
Bro, I'll take Daniel Jones over Kyler Murray.
Nah, man.
No,
Nah.
Everybody like, oh, are you stupid?
Giants fans are like, yeah, see, he knows.
So now we move on to week 11, another primetime game. This is Sunday night home game, a former AFC East rival in the Indianapolis Colts. This will be a tough one, dude. I can see us losing this one.
I can see us losing it, but I also can't see us losing it. I mean,
It'd be like one of those games, like if it plays down the way you just fucking broke it down with us losing to the Cardinals, and then all of a sudden, now we're back on prime time, at home against a really good team like the Colts. Like, it could be one of those things where we're just like, fuck, back-to-back losses. Thank God the bye week's right fucking there. Come on, man. We've done this plenty of times throughout the year, man. I'm just not pulling crap out of my ass here. Like, this is legit shit we've said year after year after year.
That's why I'm just shaking my head, because it can really be that. It literally can be that.
But fuck, dude, bye week, 12 weeks in, shit. We better be playing some damn good ball, man. Like, it can't be no like fucking 3-game skid going into week fucking 12, dude.
I very much expect us to win the not the division, but be a playoff team if Aaron went back down and we only had Tyrod. So I'm actually very, very, very optimistic, to say the least.
I don't know if we're a playoff team with Tyrod, but I know we won't fucking look like we did the last 3 years. It'll at least be respectable football.
Our defense is
we'll probably at least get 1-2 touchdowns in the red zone a game, like instead of fucking 0 like most of the season. Oh, probably the worst red zone offense I've ever seen in the history of watching fucking football, dude, the last couple of years. Especially last year.
I think it was legitimately the worst red zone offense in the history of football. I don't think it was
putrid, dude. Like, that set the game back 50 years, 100 years.
Yeah, you had to go back to pre-merger to see stats like that. Yeah, very true.
You had to go back to the fucking Red Grange era. I don't think the forward pass hadn't been invented yet before, when they were getting football that fucking bad, dude. Good Lord. So, after the bye week, we're still at home. Thank God. I would hate to fucking have to, after coming out of a bye, have to travel on the road into Seattle. That would suck, dude. So I'm glad we're home. It's a 1:00 in the afternoon game. Seattle Seahawks, dude. Now, this isn't just a cakewalk. Seattle's a tough team.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they beat us. They beat us recently too.
Mm-hmm.
Even with our staunch defense, so they're not.
But I think the defense is going to be a little too much to handle for old Geno Smith.
I mean, resurrected Geno, new Geno is. He's pretty good.
No, he's not bad. Good. He's not bad. He's the quarterback. See, when we drafted him, I never thought he was gonna be a lights out kind of guy, but he's turned into the guy I always thought he could be. A serviceable, damn decent quarterback. That could start on majority of fucking teams, man. But he needs a good running game. He needs a damn good defense because they're not making a whole lot of noise under Geno Smith, in Seattle. They got to do a little better than that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So, finally, the fucking team that I wanted to start the season off with, dude. Now, this irritates me. That there's nothing more than I hate, and I hated it last year because I think it was Black Friday, and then 3 or 4 weeks later, we played them again. It's the same deal here. Week 14, Miami Dolphins at Miami Dolphins. Then in week 18, I believe, or 17, let me go back there. Yeah, week 18, we play them again. I hate that shit, dude. I love when they book in the Dolphins and the Jets early in the season and then damn near at the end of the season. I love that shit, man, because no matter what, whether they beat us or we beat them, you got fucking 2.5 whole months or whatever to just fucking talk shit, rub it in, and just give it to them, dude, because they can't say nothing.
I mean, one thing I will say, One thing I will say about the Dolphins is they sure do have some fucking terrible fans. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Their
trash.
fans are some of like the most toxic human beings I've ever listened to speak about anything.
You ever see their post on X and they're just like the way they say shit? It's like,
Like
bitch,
they
nobody
guarantee
said that.
crap,
You're
they don't
just
even
you're
know
just
what they're
making up
talking about.
lies.
Yeah. They're like, oh my God, Tua's the best quarterback in the history of the league. Like, you don't even believe that. You're
Oh,
tweeting
don't
that.
forget that post about how fucking their third or fourth wide receiver and Odell Beckham would be number one on most AFC East teams. I'm sorry.
What?
Over Garrett Wilson 5? Are you fucking high?
No.
Fuck out of this bullshit.
I mean, the delusion.
That's Dolphins fans for you, dude.
He wouldn't even be number one for the Patriots. And who the hell do they have? Honestly, who do they got?
Kendrick Bourne or whatever. Dude, Dolphins have always now Jets fans do it too, but Dolphins, man, I've never seen a franchise's fan base overrate any player like that fucking team. I mean, they can get the most mediocre of mediocre players, and they're like, "Oh my god,
Oh my God,
he's
he's so
the best in the
good."
league. He's reverting to his prime." Fuck out of here. I hate Dolphins fans. That's why I wanted to play them early in the season, week 1, week 2, week 3, whatever. Kick their fucking ass, do our thing, throughout the league, throughout the rest of the year, and then show up fucking against Miami one more time in either November or December, kick their fucking ass again, where we basically eliminate them from the playoffs. That'd have been great. I'm not gonna lie, this schedule's a little irritating. I don't really care for this schedule, man. It's kind of fucked up the way they're doing the Jets. Like, I don't understand. Like, we're that one team that doesn't really fucking do anything, but the league's is like, nope, we're gonna get you back. Back for fucking what? We ain't done shit.
For Super Bowl III, I'm sorry. There is still a bias. I'm truly convinced Super Bowl III resonates with a lot of these old timers. It's still a big deal for them. They cannot
That's
handle
a fair
that.
fucking point, dude. I've never heard it said like that. That's a fair fucking point.
I mean, you have how important that win was. It set the stage for the Kansas City Chiefs for doing it again.
yeah.
And the merger did not go the way that they wanted. They wanted to get rid of the AFL teams, regulate them to a NFL only kind of playoff. Like, it changed everything. The perception of the NFL died the moment the Jets beat the Colts. You know what I mean? That
We've
it
been
took
paying
Art
for it
Rooney,
ever since,
it took
man.
Art Rooney to even save the merger because no one wanted to be in the conference with the AFL. You know what I mean? And that would never have happened. I really think there's such a huge bias against the Jets simply for that. You know?
No wonder we don't get calls and we're always getting shit, calls again. Like, wow, dude. I never really thought of it like that. Son of a bitch.
And I'm a young head, in Jets lore, I guess. You know what I mean? We're not 60s, we're not in our 70s. We didn't see them play in the AFL era, but just to me, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. There's still a bias there because I mean, a lot of those guys are dying off, and now you're starting to see the Jets get some level of respectability or anything like that.
That's fair. That's fair. Man, motherfuckers are fucking us. So, week 15. By the way, that Dolphins game's just two days after my 41st birthday. So that better be a fucking win right there. Then week 15, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I feel like we played them now 3 years in a row. Am I mistaken? Did we play them last year?
No, I don't think we played them last year.
Year
We played
prior,
them the
right?
year before. Yeah, it was Urban Meyer who was their coach.
Okay, but I guess this year we're playing the whole AFC South, so I guess that makes sense why they're there. Because I mean,
really, really, really wanted to play the freaking Packers, man.
Why?
Because the fucking Packers fans. I want, God, I want them to shut up about this kid already. He didn't have a bad season, no. But you're gonna tell me that Jordan Love is better than Aaron Rodgers? You're gonna say that with a straight fucking face?
Packer fans, though, they don't usually shut up, man. I lived in De Pere, Wisconsin for about 6.5 months, and yeah, they don't ever shut the fuck up. They don't ever stop eating either. No, I'm serious, dude. 24-hour fitness is on every fucking corner, and they all weigh over 300 pounds. I'm like, how the fuck? What?
All the cheese.
Cheese curds, dude. Ugh. Not a fan of cheese curds. Ugh.
I've never had cheese curds, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Can't comment on it.
you're not missing anything. Maybe I was getting the wrong shit. I don't know, but yeah. So I think we beat Jacksonville. Like, come on, dude. Jacksonville don't scare me. They're tough, but they don't scare me. And that's a 1:00 game, too. Another 10 a.m. game for me. Then week 16, the Los Angeles Rams. This is a home game, another 10 o'clock, 1:00 game. Just a couple of days before Christmas, which the Jets aren't playing on Christmas this year, so that's cool. So all the Jet fans will be able to get to spend Christmas fucking stress-free, baby.
I'm gonna be stressed out on Christmas, but not because of football for sure.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just glad the Jets don't play on my birthday because I've learned that when they play on the birthday, shit never goes right, dude. And it really started on that Monday night game against the Patriots back in 2010, that 45-3 butt kicking.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I realized I had a knack for understanding that when I look on the sideline and I see certain demeanors, like if I see a certain demeanor with the head coach and the quarterback, I'm like, oh, this is a fucking loss, dude. Like, and I remember that game. I remember watching Rex come out of the tunnel, and he seemed different. I'm like, okay. And then I saw Sanchez on the sideline, and he had like this worried look on his face, and I'm thinking, I got a bad feeling about this. And sure as shit, man. I remember by the third quarter, I was cutting everybody pieces of cake and handing it to them on the way out the door. I was like, all right, bye-bye. Goodbye. Get the fuck out. No wonder people fucking hate me, dude. Oh, God. I was bad in my younger days. So, what do you think about the Rams? You think we can beat the Rams? It's
they're not
tough.
the same Rams. They're not. They're really not. I mean, the only thing that worries me is that they still have MLF on their staff, so that kind of like makes me worried a little bit. But
I mean, it is a home game, so there's that. You know what? Fuck it, we beat them. I don't even know what record I got us at. I'm gonna say fucking like
yeah, I forgot. I lost track.
10-3.
I still haven't had us. I only have us with one loss.
Now, back to playing Buffalo, week 17. Couple of days right before New Year's Eve, 1:00 game. Do you think we win this one?
I'll give this a loss.
So we're getting swept by the Bills.
No, I have us winning the Bills the first game.
I thought you said we were that was the trap game for us.
Yeah, you're right. No, so we'll win this one. We'll win this one then. You're right. We'll win this one.
We're not letting titty boy, bitch boy, weirdo beat us twice, man.
No, it's not happening.
He's the main reason why I want to beat their ass. Fuck him.
I mean, they're fans, though. I mean, their fans should be so humble, so nice. And I'm guessing that it has to be the bandwagon fans because I don't know what happened. They seem to forget. I say it all the time. Trent Edwards. You guys remember Trent Edwards? Trent Edwards, man.
The good old days, the golden age of Buffalo football.
Even Fitzpatrick, his first go around before his renaissance.
Before they gave him that fucking contract extension. Fell off the fucking face of the earth after that. Well, at least in Buffalo.
Yeah. And
then to finish up the season, week 18, we don't even got a time here. It's probably going to be a fucking morning game.
Determined.
I don't. I mean, there's a possibility. I mean, unless it's for the fucking division, I could see this getting flexed into a Sunday night game. I think. I don't know if you could flex a week 18 game. I'm not sure.
I'm not. I really don't.
But
I should know, but I don't.
Dude, we're sweeping the Dolphins. Dude, we're fucking sweeping the division. I'm calling it. 6-0 in the East, baby.
Oh man, I wish I had your optimism.
Easiest way to the postseason. What does Robert always say?
Mm-hmm.
Win the division.
Realistically, I think we're gonna split with the Dolphins. So I think that December 8th game, is a loss. I'll give the Rams game, either the Rams or the Seahawks game. I'll chuck up a loss. I'm gonna give us 3 losses because the schedule is it's a weak schedule. I really don't see how we do worse than 3 losses. How we do worse than 14-3.
I mean, yeah, I could see 14-3, 13-4. Ooh,
I say
hey,
14-3 and the first seed. I think the
just a
14.
second. I need some soda. Oh, where'd my soda go? I thought I had a soda here. I'm tripping. I thought I
you
brought a
grabbed it.
soda
I heard
out.
you open it.
I could. Oh, it's right there. I'll be right back. I need soda. When I crave a soda, I gotta have it. All right, pardon me there, folks. If you're watching on the stream, hit us in the comments and let us know what you think the record's gonna be. But I'll say this, dude. I'm not a fan of this schedule so far. The two back-to-back on the road, that scares me. Like I don't like. I'll be ecstatic if we beat fucking the 49ers. But man, that week 2 game. I mean, that 49er. That's gonna be an emotional fucking win if we're able to pull it off, dude. Like it's not gonna be like where the Jets just show up and just dominate. Like it's gonna be a close.
That's gonna be.
It's gonna be a defensive game, dude. I really think so. I bet you it's one of them fucking 20-17 type games.
I go 2017, definitely us. I don't know. I still see Breece Hall is going to dominate. The thing is, I think it's going to be it's going to be a Breece Hall, Christian McCaffrey game, and I think it's going to come down to Braylon Allen.
It's going to have to be.
Braylon Allen going to be like that second back who could pick up someone to load. You know what I mean? And really be able to deliver it for us. That's what I'm really thinking.
But the good thing is Rodgers isn't going to be on a pitch count, so that's a positive.
Yeah.
Like I said, another thing I don't like is I'm not a fan. Like, I'll be real with you, and I'll probably get a lot of hate for this. I hate when the Jets play overseas because 6:30 is kind of fucking early for me to try and get into football because I can't sit there and fucking yell, or whatever because the fucking neighbors get all pissed off. I don't like playing fucking Miami twice in 4 weeks, toward the end of the season. I hate that shit.
They're going to be – Tua's probably going to be out for the season by then anyway, though.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And I don't hate Tua. I have no ill will to him. Noodle arm Tua is deathly accurate. He makes up for his lack of actual quarterback ability with his brain. I mean, if Zach Wilson had Tua Tagovailoa's brain, Zach Wilson would be the best quarterback in NFL history. Or if Tua had Zach's talent, Tua would be the best quarterback in NFL history because Tua is anticipate. You can't take away his anticipation, his accuracy. I mean, it is the deadliest I think I've ever seen. It's the only reason he's a starting caliber quarterback in this league.
Yeah.
But
I'll say this, dude. If we stay healthy, AFC East champs, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see
possible first round bye.
Ooh, I do. I really do. I don't see with this schedule. We at least have the record for it. Now, if that actually is what we become, remains to be seen. But with this schedule, you can't convince me that we shouldn't be in the 1 seed conversation. Even with Tyrod Taylor, honestly, even with Tyrod Taylor.
We got to be top 3 at least, man. There ain't no way this Jets team healthy is a 6th, 7th seed, whatever. Like bullshit, man. This is healthy. Like this team stacks against the best in the fucking league, dude. So it's a top 2 to 3 team. I mean, you got 49ers, the fucking Chiefs, and the Jets. Like those are the top 3 in my opinion right now on paper. So, and we'll see once it kicks off, just how true that is. But as of right now, that's the way I look at the league, man. Because those other 2 teams, I mean, you really can't put yourself above them until you fucking finally beat them.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
very true. But I can't see how we don't. You know what I mean?
Like, I think Raven wants to come on. Just 1 second, Raven.
Oh. Sweet.
Let me get the link for her here.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't.
There you go.
Link on X. Just realized that I'm slacking in that department.
Again, if you're watching, put in the comments what you think the record's going to be. How well you think the Jets are going to do. If you want, you don't have to.
No. Stand on business.
Yeah, you bitches.
Put in a record prediction.
No, I definitely see 14-3, 13-4. I think either one of those records wins the East. Easy.
I think 12 wins will definitely win the East. I mean,
because you got to remember, although you know what, playing Miami and late in the season might not be too bad, knowing how fucking shitty they are in December, dude. They're choke artists in December. They have shitty December. That's usually where it all starts going downhill for Miami, and then they roll into the postseason like that.
Tua's a toothpick. He's gonna get hurt. He's not gonna be playing in one of those games. I guarantee it.
Sup?
What's up,
going
Raven?
on?
Not much. How are you guys?
Oh, just hanging out, chilling. Kind of a little irritated over the schedule, the way they put it together for us. But I think healthy. I think this is I think the Jets are AFC East champs. What do you
Yeah, I
think?
agree.
Yeah, I gotta take a look again. Here, I'm gonna pull it up because I don't have it to memory quite yet. But it definitely looks very difficult okay, yeah. So I'm happy we got the Niners game first. And, I kind of like that we can kind of get that out of the way. Okay, Patriots, prime time. That's great. You know, the international game, I more so am upset about that for my own sake because I hate waking up before 10:30, and that's being generous, honestly.
Oh man, it'll be sick. I'll be watching that game at 6:30 in the morning.
That sounds like fucking torture.
Oh, dude, I can't even. Like I was telling JD, I can't even yell. The neighbors get pissed off if you start getting stupid that early.
Oh my god, honestly, I didn't even think about that. I live in an apartment too.
I mean, at least around 8 o'clock, I can somewhat get loud. Usually, everybody's up and they really won't call the police if you're just yelling over a football game. But at 6:30 in the morning, yeah, you might get some motherfuckers.
No, let me
you
tell
son
you
of a
guys.
bitch! I'm
Let me
sleeping
tell you
here.
guys, this is so insane. So I met my next door neighbor a few months ago because he got me he left me some cookies for the holidays. I got him a candle. Then we finally met and said thank you, yeah, whatever. And I made a joke because I'm always the person that's fucking screaming bloody murder at the TV whenever her favorite teams are on. And he literally says to me, he's like, yeah, I figured out that you were a Jets fan by week 3 of the season because I'd always hear you screaming as I'd watching the game, and it would be whenever the Jets did something. So I was like, oh wow, okay.
Man,
You got a record prediction? Got a set number?
Let me see. Let me go through this again. Okay, so I think we can win San Francisco. I think we can, but I say that with a lot of caution because this still is they the team that just went to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be week 1, and it's definitely a lot to ask to travel week 1, Monday Night Football, being under that pressure, and already be that team. But at the end of the day, I think this is a really good team, so we totally could do it. It's just going to be really hard.
Oh yeah.
Patriots, that's a win. Vikings, I see that's a win. I think the Steelers are going to end up being pretty good. Probably.
Now I've noticed twice you've overlooked week 2 in Tennessee.
Oh my god! You know what? I'm reading it. I always get so confused by this. I didn't realize it went from left to right to left to right. I thought you go down the columns. Duh. Okay.
Do you see that as a potential? Now, if we can somehow beat the 49ers, like I was telling JD, if we do beat the Niners, that's going to be one of those emotional fucking wins, one of those emotional highs. Could you see a fucking letdown game in week 2 on the road in Tennessee?
We're going to be fine.
No, I don't see that. I don't see that.
Sometimes I think you guys forget what it's like to be a Jets fan.
Randy, oh my god! I understand, Randy.
We've not been through this before.
Randy, I understand, but these are the fucking Titans. Their quarterback puts mayo in their in his coffee. Jesus, I'm not so worried about them.
The Jets are always good for playing that one fucking team that they should beat. And then, and it's all, like I said, it's always after some emotional fucking victory. Remember when we fucking won the Monday Night Miracle and we were fucking, oh my God, and they're going shit.
Honestly, I could first see it happening. We beat New England week 3, and then let's say we lose to the Broncos week 4. I feel like that would be more likely, honestly, than that happening.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather lose to the fucking Titans than the Broncos.
Bro, what?
I'd rather lose to the Titans than the Broncos. Fuck the Broncos.
Same. I completely agree with you. I'm just saying, like, I'm not fucking worried about the team whose quarterback puts mayo in his coffee. Okay. Like, I'm from New Jersey. I live in New York City. Like, that shit's important to me. And what that says is, like, the dude's soft, and this is Aaron Rodgers. But, like, from a more realistic perspective, this is this is where.
How many times we lose to Mac Jones?
What are you talking about?
How many times we lose to Mac Jones?
5 or 6 times.
But this is.
And you don't think we can lose to Will Levis or whatever his fucking name is?
This is Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's what he's gonna do is what he can do is he can prey on experience on like rookies or
it's not the players I'm worried about on an emotional letdown. It's the coaching staff.
Yeah, but you're asking me what I think is gonna happen, and what you're asking me like why I feel like we're gonna win it, and you have to let me finish.
No.
God damn, Randy is like the schedule of release. I understand why it's so important to you. I know you you fly to MetLife every single time there's a home game to use your season tickets. You take the red eye.
And we're gonna go ahead and mute her there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna unmute myself.
No.
Oh,
we're not gonna do that.
Okay. All right. I'll stop talking. I won't say it then. No. But back to the schedule.
Well, this show just took a turn. No, but I will say, like, I get a little annoyed when Jet fans don't remember what it's like to be Jet fans just because we got some shiny new toys. We've had shiny new toys in the fucking past, and we've shit in the bed plenty of times in the bed. Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers you can't say he can't have a fucking letdown game.
Yeah,
because it's not just the Aaron Rodgers show. There's other players, and there's this fucking coaching staff that's still got a lot of question marks on.
Of course. Believe me, I have not forgotten. It is etched very permanently in my memory for as long as I can remember. And like, I don't disagree with you, but I'm saying if there's gonna be a game where it happens, I just find it hard to believe that it would be week 2 against a year 2 quarterback with it and against a team that's like, I don't know. This doesn't seem like the Titans are like super complete. Like they don't have Derrick Henry anymore. Who do they have? Just, Will Levis. Every time, all the best quarterbacks, they have their guy. Who's Will Levis's guy? I couldn't fucking tell you.
Good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, but like I said, like we just said, the Niners game's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a dogfight. That's just going to be one of those games where you're going to watch both teams. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers lose or if they win that game, I wouldn't be surprised if they lose the next week. Like, that game's going to take a lot out of both those squads, man.
So your logic is that, that whether we win or lose, like, because it's going to be a dog fight, like, we're going to be like, what, we're not going to have like the energy, and we might like make stupid, and if that's like a game where we just make a shit ton of stupid mistakes, like
typical Jets. Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me to move on typical Jets when they haven't shown in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fucking years that they moved on from that shit.
But you also said that there are plenty of quarterbacks out there who have that one shitty game.
Yeah. And this is a chance for Aaron Rodgers to have that shitty game.
I understand where you're coming from, but I just think this team, compared to the team that was put together last year, like, is a lot more legitimate. There's a lot more to the team, like, yes, there are some like questions about, people coming back like healthy, but like, I feel like we have more solutions than problems. than we did last year. So I just think, like, let's not jump to that conclusion until we see what's going to be on the field. Like, we haven't heard shit about the thing about that, guys. We haven't heard shit from like the press or like, the usual suspects about like OTAs, like, what's going on, all of that. Like, like at all. The only thing I've fucking seen coming out of like OTAs are just like, the like highlight reels that the Jets put out. So, we don't even know like how some of these new guys are progressing. Maybe they've like, they've all been really good off the bat. Like, the whole point is we don't know. So, before we jump to conclusions as to which is going to be the stupid mistakes classic Jets game, let's look at this logically on paper. And logically, against the Titans, like, again, I just don't think that's going to be the game to do it. If we really want to go there, I think it's more likely to happen the first time we play the Patriots. I mean, think
I'll
about
tell you,
it.
you know how many times I've sat here and watched fucking podcasts say, man, there's no fucking way. There ain't no goddamn way. I mean, come on, really? You think? And then fucking the Jets come into town, shit the fucking bed. Like, oh, here we go.
Definitely, because I agree. The Titans, for Aaron Rodgers would have to have a historically bad game for that game to be the game. They don't even have a defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. Like, but think about like New England, doesn't seem like they have anything particularly spectacular on offense, but listen, if there's a game, regardless of how either team is doing, when the Jets play the Patriots, both teams show the fuck up. Like, who gives a fuck about the record? It's going to be Gerard Mayo's first time in MetLife Stadium going against the Jets with like, with like this completely new iteration of the Patriots. They might pull one over us. I think that's more likely than the fucking Titans.
I mean, I would say I think it's more likely week 1, because I hear what you're saying about the Patriots, but I think they're also just way too depleted where even if he has a bad game, the defense would carry us. You know what I mean? In the same way that they did against the Eagles. But I know, but I also think we're kind of, as much as we're talking about the Jets and debating whether or not the Jets are going to jet, when has Aaron Rodgers ever been?
Jets always jet.
But like, we're talking about Aaron Rodgers. He like does stand alone from the history of, he had in order for the Jets to jet last year, he had to be completely out of commission for the season.
Well, I'll tell you what, Aaron Rodgers wasn't safe from no jet curse last year. Jet curse got his ass real fucking quick.
I mean,
bam, like that.
Not going to be the reason. Definitely, Aaron won't be the reason we lose any game.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he would be, but I mean, the fucking the karma with this fucking team. I mean, again, it doesn't matter. It's the same shit always fucking happens.
Like,
whether it's one game or two games, it's gonna happen.
It's the same shit, but
Not
like,
year.
by the same token, like, the karma, the this and the that is also just like pretty intangible to consider right now.
I've heard everything you just said. I've heard not this year, every fucking year for 27 fucking years, and it never works out the way everybody
says. We can't put that into the ether. We can't. No, not this year.
Exactly. That's another thing. Let's not even put that out there. But Jay,
you expect me to put 27 years and just stop?
Yes,
come on.
I am.
No, I don't work that way. No, I'm an Angels fan and I'm a Jets fan. I will never fucking work that way. You are insane.
No, Randy. Yes, I do.
No, Raven. I will never have that fucking mentality. I've been burned too many fucking times. Lie to me once, shame on me. Lie to me twice, shame on you. Lie to me a third time, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah. So what do you have to say to my poor dad, who's 63 years old and has done that every year for 63 years? 27.
It's gotta suck to fucking live like that. To fucking bullshit. To always be like, yeah. Oh.
Look, I'm just
every fucking year.
Listen, I just
the
don't
season hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, exactly. The season literally hasn't even started yet. We don't even know what exactly is happening at OTAs. Like, I literally remember last year, the first year that Aaron came, every day we'd hear like, oh, Aaron threw mostly to Garrett Wilson today, 2 targets sent to Conklin, et cetera, et cetera. Like, we haven't even heard any of that. We genuinely don't know what is going on with this team. So, like, let's just not go there. But let's right now, let's look at this purely on paper. And some other mitigating factors. Another reason why I think it would be more likely that we shit the bed and like do the Jets thing for that Patriots game is that we're going to be coming off 2 weeks of traveling, and like that can certainly set you up. And let me look
So
again.
wait.
That Patriots game we're coming off traveling into Thursday Night Football, so that's a short week too. If it really comes down to it. Anyways,
Just got a point.
I usually do. Thank you.
So
for that.
Aaron Rodgers can come off an emotional loss or a win, go back out on the road, but he can't handle a short week.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying all I'm trying to prove truthfully by saying a lot of this is that there are so many intangibles that like go into this, but there are that are almost not worth talking about. But the things that are tangible, like now, yeah, that is worth talking about. It is worth talking about that the first home game is against the Patriots, a big moment coming off traveling for 2 weeks. That's significant. But to just like sit here and say, oh, if this happens in San Francisco, this is what's gonna happen in Tennessee. I think we're a lot better set up to like do the job in Tennessee than like we might necessarily be to rock the house on a short week against the Patriots. And that's not even me saying that I necessarily think that's gonna happen either. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
I don't know. I could see an emotional letdown in week 2 and just a bounce back game at home. I could just see it.
I'm sure you're not the only one, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who sees it the way I do. But let's not, like I said, I don't think we should be getting stuck in the intangibles. Let's look at this shit on paper, how we stack up. So,
I mean, there's been plenty of time on paper the Jets have stacked up. I mean, you still got to kick it off for real, though.
Yeah,
but I've just seen this too many times. I mean, everybody, this happens every year. Like everybody forgets trap games exist in the fucking preseason or even in the off season, and then it kicks off a rule, and you're like, oh yeah, those fucking exist. I forgot about that.
I just can't believe we're playing the Broncos. Like, how the fuck has it happened that this is the third?
Do you think Zach's the quarterback? Because JD doesn't think so.
No, I don't think Zach's quarterback.
So their quarterback room right now is Zach, Phoenix, and
Stidham.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Jared Stidham's gold jacket has been just gathered just for as long as he's been in the league.
Man,
duh. I don't. Truthfully, do I think Zach is going to be the starter? I think he has a chance. I think. Listen, the starting job obviously is going to come down to him or Bo Nix. Maybe. And, truthfully, I just think it all depends, in a way, how he responds better to the way Sean Payton coaches. Because for all intents and purposes, Zach is starting completely fresh, completely new, clean fucking slate. When you're drafted into the NFL, you're a rookie, clean slate. So it's these two guys are, going through a change of scenery in their own way for their own reasons. So I think it's just going to come down to who responds better to the way Payton coaches, who looks best in this game.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we get out of here, Raven, I got to ask you, how do you think we fare overall in the division? Do you see it what do you see our overall record in the division being, and do you see us being AFC East champs?
I think the way our schedule goes is definitely a little tough. They're having multiple times where we're traveling 2 weeks in a row can definitely be tough. And obviously we have a later bye, which I'm not entirely a fan of.
Yeah.
But look, I think first and second place is ultimately going to come down to us versus the Bills. That's for sure. And we do have a shot. But in terms of our opponents, I think maybe besides San Francisco, let's just say, besides San Francisco, let's just throw the Dolphins in there, even though I don't want to. Let's throw the Bills in there. Other than that, we have, I'll throw LA in there too. Other than that, we have some very manageable opponents. And even with the harder opponents, we're going to have Aaron Rodgers at home. So you always got a chance with him.
I'll say at first I was mad because I usually hate playing Miami within 4 games of each other. But the fact that we're actually playing them late in the season, and we all know how they fare late in the season, especially when they get in December, that December collapse that they're known for. I'm actually kind of intrigued by that. Who knows? The Dolphins are just one of those teams that they'll be playing hot. It's like last year, they'd be playing pretty damn good ball. And all of a sudden play a team like fucking Tennessee. There's that fucking name again, and get their butts kicked. And then fucking December collapse just fucking happens, baby. All because of the Tennessee Titans.
Now that I'm really looking at it, I do find it very interesting that we played Miami week 14.
We did that last year too, right? Black Friday, and then 4 weeks later played them again.
Yeah, but this is.
But we also played Black Friday with Zach Wilson.
No, but I just mean just the time frame in between the games.
Well, no, December 8th
that bugs me.
Isn't Black Friday.
Because I was telling JD earlier in the show, I've always just been when it comes to the Dolphins, I've just always starting play them early in the season, and then hopefully beat them. And that way we have bragging rights for a couple of months, and then later on in the year, fucking hopefully go back and beat them again. Usually it's a split, but fuck it.
I like it, not super early. I definitely like it more as a mid, October. It's short, maybe more of an October-ish, from then on, because I like, they obviously know how to play best in that weather.
Yeah.
It being fucking glaringly hot. So where
that's why I like playing in Miami early.
Hot for us in the beginning month of the season, but it's not like that. So at that point, we'll have been used to playing in that temperature. You know what I'm saying? But to go from cooler, New Jersey weather to insane fucking heat in Miami, that's pretty difficult.
No, that's why I like playing it. If we have to play Miami in Miami, I like to play them early. That way it's not super 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 hot. You might get that fucking 100-degree field weather, but I mean I'd rather deal with that earlier in the year. That way we can have them come to MetLife, later on in the year when it's really cold, because we've seen how they play in the cold. They suck.
Yeah, 100%. And they don't. Their offense, obviously, they can. There's a good chance that playing that late, on top of typical Miami Dolphins bullshit, how they always play later. They're the way that our defense was so exhausted by that time of the season. Their offense might be that exhausted by that.
And you know what? You just made a really good fucking point there. You might have changed my mind a little bit on that Tennessee Titans game. Holy shit. With the way this fucking quarterback room's been the last couple of years, this defense has just been on the field constantly. I think for a fucking change, guys, the defense is going to get plenty of rest, because Aaron Rodgers' company is going to be putting together some big old fucking long drives, dude. Aaron Rodgers isn't always I'm going to go out there and sling and get the score as fast as I can. No, methodical. Fucking go down there and have 8-9 minute drives, dude. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I know it, a ton of people who say the same exact thing. our defense all these years has done an amazing job at keeping us upright. But like, if at the very least, if we can like get to a level where like, we're getting an equal amount from our offense and our defense, like that's just going to set the team up that much better.
Man, just imagine, guys, like getting the level of quarterback play that we could possibly get, man. We were supposed to get it last year. Obviously, we didn't, but fuck, man.
But truthfully,
that level of quarterback play with a top 2 defense, top 3, whatever.
But truthfully, I look back on it, compared to the way we've just like really filled out our roster and made such smart decisions, especially regarding the draft. I don't even know if our team would have necessarily been ready on offense. I think we certainly would have seen a much better product, but I don't think, in a way, I don't think we were prepared enough. Of course, we'd see a huge noticeable difference, but like, I am so much more confident in this team's ability to make like a pretty decently deep playoff run than I am last year. You're gonna have the people who are like, it's Super Bowl or bust, like literally nothing else. And like, yeah, I feel the same way too. But we gotta understand we're going from being 7-10 2 seasons in a row, having like one of the worst offenses in the entire league, if not the worst, last year, to go from that to like the Super Bowl right away.
Like, it's not like the Chiefs or the Niners got worse. So I mean, just say a Super Bowl or bust. I mean, there's some tough fucking teams that you'll have to play in the later, in February or whatever.
Like, we got the Chiefs, we got the Ravens, the Texans are only going to get better. So you got the Texans, the Browns.
Colts are pretty good.
Fucking rocking this year. Joe Burrow's coming back.
Yep. And the Bills are still going to be the Bills. Are going to be tough.
The Bills are still going to be the Bills.
Yeah.
Like, if we haven't even talked about, what we could possibly see from Harbaugh and Justin Herbert and the Chargers, like that's another factor. Like, there are a lot of teams that are in like the same place in line. If we're going to talk, if we're going to look at it, like, obviously the Chiefs are the team to beat.
Yep.
In the AFC, there's no, but in terms of who gets that second spot in the AFC Championship, we're all sharing the same place in line. All those teams that we just listed.
Yeah, absolutely. So, before we get out of here, do we have any final thoughts? JD, what about you?
No, I'm just expecting us to at least be a 1 or 2 seed on paper, at least.
I think I'm in agreement with you. I think we're winning the fucking division. Like I said, I think we'll end up, if we're healthy, somewhere one of the 2 schedules or 1 or 2 records we've already said, 14-3 or 13-4, and I think either one will win you the East. Raven,
I'm gonna be a little bit more cautious and say.
Oh, now she wants to get cautious,
but not too much. Not by much. I don't want to go to 13 right away. I would be more comfortable saying like 12.
I'll take that. I still think they'll win the East.
I think that one's the East too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what I think the way I see it is the floor is 10 because that's only adding 3 more wins to the column.
Yeah.
The ceiling, I would say, is about 13,
the ceiling's undefeated.
13 and 12. What's that?
I said the ceiling's undefeated.
Okay, listen.
I mean, I don't know if would ever want to go undefeated in the regular season. It's just a jinx.
Why not?
No, I agree. I totally agree.
Oh, could you imagine the Jets be the team that fucking go undefeated and win the Super Bowl and tell the 72 Dolphins to fucking suck it?
I would love that. I would love nothing more than that.
That would be fucking hilarious.
I could die at that point. Like, oh, Super Bowl champs, and we get to fist on the fucking 72 Dolphins. Oh, kill me now. I'm good. I don't need to live.
Christ, Randy. I swear to God.
Anyways, folks, that's going to do it for us here on the One Jets pod. I thank JD and Raven for joining us. If you're checking us out on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're updated every time we come on here. We're going to be doing a lot of live shows this next season. If you listen to us on the audio side of things, make sure to listen all the way to the end and give us a 5-star, and make sure to like. On behalf of Raven and JD, we thank you guys for checking us out here on the One Jets pod, and we'll see you down the road. Go Jets.
Go Jets.
Thank you guys.
Welcome to Jet Life Stadium. Hit it!